this song conceptually comes from me being a Gemini and dealing with my two sides. When I was originally working on my album about a year ago, I had a whole different Gemini theme, and this was like kind of the main song around it. And when I was already sitting with Abhijay to work on other music, like a song I have called Tension, we worked on this song together, and it kind of stemmed from this first idea of always trying to say the right thing, but always, end up saying the wrong thing and being misunderstood all the time. Yo, what up? This is your boy Shah Rule. This is Inqalab Decypher. Today I'm deciphering my song Two Sides from my new album, Call You Right Back, I'm in Therapy, featuring the one and only Abhijay Sharma. What's up?
पहलू तूने ये ज़माना है कहा सा तराना क्या है सही क्या काफिराना पूछूं कहाँ मैं किससे बता. So for the hook, basically, we did melodies at first.
Yeah.
वो भी मैंने अपने style में करी थी. I prefer using Indian classical influences in my melodies and stuff. After we recorded the melodies, then we went to the writing part, and I took help from my friend Rebo, who also writes who has written all of my discography till now. People just want to see one of your sides and judge you for that. They don't want to look the other side and dive in deeper. What is right and what is wrong? ये मुझे कौन बताएगा? पूछूं कहाँ मैं किससे बता? Who's gonna tell me about it?
When we originally spoke up about the whole Gemini thing and the two sides, I think I spoke to both Revo and Abhijay just from that thought process, and I think I just had that one line. I can never decide. I've always had two sides. Whatever I say comes out wrong, but I'm always trying to do right. I can relate to other Geminis, especially Kanye being the most famous Gemini, always speaking his mind and then getting in trouble for it and being very unapologetic about it. Now, I tend to overthink a lot, so sometimes my second side holds me back, but at the same time, I find myself in a lot of situations where I'm trying to say the right thing and I end up saying it in the worst way possible, but my intent is not, that way. Sorry to anyone I've hurt. But and even like with the line I can never decide, that's why I put the I can never decide, like it's just like kind of like you're trying to make a decision in the point in the halfway through the line. I'm super happy that we were able to come together to find the right words for the hook, which kind of, I always look at hooks as like summaries for the song, so like giving it the proper vibe and also at the same time also introducing the album in a sense that you're gonna get kind of two sides to my character. You're gonna get both, you get the flip of the coin of seeing different perspectives on different topics.
Yeah.
Open the door for all of my bros, my heart in my sleeve, on all of my clothes. I personally enjoy this flow. It's one of my favorite flows from the album where I was like, I need to go heavy. This is the first verse of the album. I need to go heavy. So I just kind of kept it in the way that you hear the term wear your heart on your sleeve, but I've just been one to be over excessive about my emotions through the way I express myself, whether it's jewelry, whether it's clothes, and open the door for all of your bros. At the end of the day, that's why there's so many collabs on this album. I feel like if you can't do it with your people, every person on the album is a friend, is a friend, and I believe in their work and they've believed in mine. So I think if music has always been a collaborative experience, and that's kind of where it comes from. I'm always in frame, shooting my shots, striking a pose. History shows like Pele the GOAT. I'm striking for goals. There's so many things within there, always in frame, shooting my shot. There's the double meaning of shoots and stuff, but at the same time, you have to shoot your shot and kind of stay in the zone all the time, especially with, the game moves really quick. The game really moves quick. At the same time, it leads to the next line, shooting my shot. Pele the GOAT, I'm striking for goal. So rest in peace to Pele, the GOAT of football, and known for, being a goal scorer. And it's just I'm always very goal oriented. I wake up, make a to-do list, and I love my short-term girls, long-term girls, and just working backwards on them. Did I say goals or girls over there? I think I said girls and girls. Yeah, goals and girls. Sometimes it gets mixed up. But I love my goals, and girls. I love sports references as well. Even on one of the first songs we worked on is Hustler,
Hustler.
and I use a lot of NBA basketball references. So like I think there's quite a few football references in this album as well. Try to move and shake the game, my fingers hit the blender. I sweep and lower my ego, I'm sweeter than your splendor. So a little food references there. So sugary lines. There's sweet and low, which is sugar you use. But I'm saying it in a way that I sweep and lower my ego, and I'm sweeter than your splendor. Now, at the same time, splendor is like fake sugar. So at the same time, in this game, sometimes you have to be a little fake sweet to certain people. Genuinely try to win, they think it's an agenda, trying to get the crowd's arms waving crazy like Malinga. That's my favorite one. Another sports reference. But I mean, people know Malinga for being that guy with the crazy ball. So I want my fans to be like this all the time in the crowd. Maybe I jumped the gun, should have just held my tongue, said I'm done, look it up for a come, ruling harder is the rule of thumb. Safe to say, I am Mr. Misunderstood. One mistake just erases all the good. Say my name, I'm Mr. Misunderstood. One mistake just erases all the good. Might as well live my life just as anybody would. With no extra shit, this same hip Hollywood. That's like, ruling harder is the rule of thumb is like, I love good double entendres, that shit. That's like kind of the helm of the whole album. It's like trying to be understood, but knowing that everything you say, and that kind of relates to me as an English rapper as well. Like, I'm always misunderstood in India. In general, I felt that with people I work with, and just people in my relationships, personal relationship, I'm super passionate about what I do. And sometimes it comes off as like, he's the crazy guy. But I think genuinely I'm coming from a good place, and sometimes I get misunderstood. And I think a lot of people can relate to that. And it's kind of like owning it and saying, kind of giving into being misunderstood. There's like the film reference, extras, having all these extra people in your life. So kind of like letting go of that. This game is kind of fake anyways. Hip hop is supposed to be where you express yourself for being real, but any part of the music industry you will find fake. So you will find a lot of fake stories and stuff. So I think it's kind of just giving that realization of just like, be true to yourself, even if you're going to be misunderstood. Accept it and kind of move on, and this is the game,
Hey, मर ज़्यादा वार सज़ा है या फिर नफ़ा है दगाए मन देगा ज़ाहिर पर मुकाबिल दुआ है दो पहलुओं की है एक कहानी एक खोजो तो दूजा खोदो हर बारी बारी. So for the pre-chorus, the plan was कि थोड़ा उसको smooth flow करवाना, because also there was no drum section in that part. And we were like, आराम से इसको थोड़ा smooth रखते हैं. So we added a lot of harmonies to give it like a full lesser dreamy and a big kind of
I think
vibe.
that's one thing we really like relate to. Harmonies and melodies is the vibe between us.
Like I really know 2-3 things in music, like singing and production. So yeah, I just try to utilize that. I'm basically saying कि ये जो मेरे 2 sides है, which is like sort of my problem. तो ये मतलब ये क्या है exactly? ये मर्ज है या फिर दवा है मेरी? Like is it a pain or like a medicine? या फिर ये एक सज़ा है या फिर मेरा फ़ायदा है? मतलब है क्या? I'm just trying to figure it out. दगाए मन देगा ज़ाहिर. Like मेरा brain is also confusing, and ये भी मुझे धोखा देगा कि भाई मैं कुछ बोलना चाहता था but मैंने कुछ और बोल दिया. Like he mentioned it earlier कि my brain will also like मुझे दगा देगा in a way. मतलब मेरा brain दो चीज़ें मतलब अलग अलग सोचता है, but still I'm like I'll be able to do it. Like my brain is capable of doing stuff. That's a gift of God. It's that kind of a thing.
It's hard. It's hard. No, I'm like super happy that we were able to get like the right like messaging behind it. And how this session actually started was just us spitting out melodies, freestyling melodies, and then the way Reva was able to get all the lyrics into the meter, and and then
For sure.
I added my verses after. It was
we were like, from the very beginning we were very specific ki what do we actually want, the lyrical reference. So even after we shared the vocal file with Revo, then Shah Rule shared some voice notes saying that this is the meaning and this is the zone where we want to go, and Revo was actually able to like write it exact to the meter and the like topic
Shout out to Revo. Shout out there doing one time.
Yeah.
So at the end, when I do the hook, I go through the hook and I can never decide, and then I end the song on a nice transition. It was so funny. I was shout out to Zero Chill who made this beat. Who this whole album has so many. This album, by the way, was supposed to have like it was partially an Afro EP, partially a rap mixtape, which like came together. And I just said I want to bring everything together in the most storytelling way by adding a lot of jazz influenced,
Yeah.
instruments. So whether it's saxophones, certain styles of guitars, like really good live bass, and a lot of live sections, which will give it that feel that you're in for like a journey, And journeys always have ups and downs. So whether it's gonna make you dance or make you, sit down, and a lot of musicians helped me put that together. But when we were sitting together in the studio one day, he was just recording me without me knowing, and I was like, I need to find something to say where we switch it up into a dance part, And I'm a huge Breaking Bad fan, like the biggest Breaking Bad fan, and I've done countless Breaking Bad references. But at the end, I go, "Hey, yo, fuck that! I'm on my Walter White turn Heisenberg shit," and that's like the best two sides story, like character arc you'll get on TV, like. Going from Walter White to Heisenberg is like some goat shit. Like at the same time, that show, it makes you glorify like a villain, which is kind of like cool. It's kind of cool in a way. Like, we watch all these documentaries and stuff like that, and a lot of like even a show like Dexter, I love. Like you end up glorifying someone who's done a lot of bad. So I kind of like start my journey on this album saying, look, I'm about to say some toxic shit, but still love me. I still want to be loved. So. Yeah.
Talking something about the production. So, when we met, we were working on some of the songs like Tension.
Yeah.
And so, उस time पे we were listening to some of the beats.
Yeah.
ये beat चलते, I was like, because I'm personally a very, very big fan of jazz music. I listen to jazz radio all day if I'm not making music, of course. जैसे वो beat सुनी, I was like, yeah, this is the track. Like, actually, we can kill this one.
For sure.
And as soon as the instrumental was playing, and I was like, na, 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 I was like, yeah, this sounds great.
This is the one. Yeah.
I recorded in the phone, and then like after 15 minutes of figuring things out, we just like got on the mic and recorded.
What's crazy is the first song we worked on was like a hard trap song with like Asian influences on the thing.
Yeah.
The second one was a Amapiano / Indian classical with Punjabi vocals. And our third one is a jazz influence, Hindi and English boom bap song. So
versatility.
Safe to say we got a few sides, not just two sides. So yeah.
I don't really have any influences, to be honest, like in terms of the art I make, but more of that, मुझे कुछ artists की like सोच बहुत पसंद है, तो मैं उस पे ज़्यादा मतलब उनके इंटरव्यूज सुनता हूँ, बैक एंड पे क्या क्या कर रहे हैं, BTS वगैरह वीडियोस देखता हूँ, but music making में as such I don't have any influences. I used to have them earlier when I used to produce EDM and stuff, but after that, like the reason why I started doing my own music, because there was nothing like someone doing classical kind of vocals and Bollywood kind of melodies on extra contemporary like hip hop beats and stuff. So I wanted to hear something like that. That's why I started my own music. So I didn't had any influences for that, but yeah, I love Kanye. Because of like him being him. So
I think I have too many influences, like Kanye being one, Breaking Bad, everything in my life ends up going out in my lyrics. I'm pretty sure all your names will go into a song at some point. But I think for me, if it's something that I'm itching to say, it's gonna be said on a record. Like if I can't say it in real life, I'm gonna say it on a record. So even with females, I like it's kind of it's a habit for me to like mentally be in a conversation and be like, oh shit, that could work in a song. Like that, what she just said was really toxic, but it'll work in a song. Like inspiration is life. I mean, life is inspiration.
Two sides.
Two sides. Yeah.